struggling too. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cab. So many couches I cried. Shout out South Street and shout classic. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain day.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro, and they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now Goff. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Go.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
3rd down.
Here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
From the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Score Steelers 7, Giants nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Good coverage there holds them to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Play action. It's gone. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
On first down, this is Geis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and 7. It's Geis on the counter, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. The gun. Here's Goff. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
James Washington, 58 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give. This is Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He was brought down by Adrian Colbert. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's good.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Check tight, check tight, check tight. Check it, Humphrey. Check, check, check.
They run, Cook, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Gets this one to Juszczyk. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Anunwa's got it, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
Darius Geis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
To throw is Tannehill. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Value 3. Value 3. Here we go. Check him out. Check the call. Check the call.
They'll hand it down to Geis. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Cross pass. Intended for James Washington. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 6 yards to go.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now gone. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
To David Johnson.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Greg Zerline set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Roberts now on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Stay with your man. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On the ground, it's Cook. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Right there. 54.
Out of the gun, Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's good. It makes it 22-7 now.
Makes the score Steelers 22, Giants 7. Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Here's Goff. But it's brought in by Washington. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hold on.
A quick throw complete to Washington. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
To the ground on 1st, it's Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the draw, they go to Geis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Geis trying to get to the outside. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
2 yards.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
A 46-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
Is good.
And that will make this now an 18-point ball game.
25.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Tannehill. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, Tannehill. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
1st and 10.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To the air again, Tannehill. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tannehill throwing again. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Complete to Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Running from the gun, Johnson. Room here to run. David Johnson on his way. Past the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
David Johnson, 74 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Steelers 32, Giants 7. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted. Of course, and that moves him back 5. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Cook following the penalty. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Conley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for Chris Conley. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Intended for David Njoku. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Let's go,
Throwing again is Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Tonight's final score, Steelers.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis.